Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is a quick live. This is a test, basically, um, unless everybody jumps in there with me. I never done a live before, so bear with me. We're going to see how this goes. It's going to be different. So far, it's been different. My microphone died today, so we're using the mic on the little GoPro camera of mine there, and but it really made me mad. This thing it buzzes and carries on and just it's terrible. Anyway, well, it's a couple of years old. What are you going to do? Has anybody joined us? Oh, hi there. Oh, somebody's here anyway. It says no hi. I think this is no, fellas. Anyway, uh, the mic died right off the bat, so that was a good start for the day. Um, I've had several other little problems, but anyway, I got on, and that's that for right now. Is there anything you'd like me to talk about there? Um, I have to look over here to see the computer to read. Maybe if I set one of these little books up, I can actually do this a little bit better. Don't know. We'll see if anything is a little bit better here. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. Okay. This is probably not going to be the most greatest video anybody watched, but I think what we'll discuss today, a little bit, if anybody don't care, is all this hoarding that's going on. Our uh, our shelves are still bare in the stores, and toilet paper you probably could get $20 a roll for it. I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't know what the deal is with everybody hoarding toilet paper. That's I ran into a woman about a week ago. She had two shopping carts heaped right up with toilet paper. And I said to her, I says, what are you going to do with all the toilet paper? Well, she says, if we get quarantined, I'll need it. And this is what I honestly said to her. I says, if you've got to have that much toilet paper to get through 14 days, ma'am, I says, you better get to the hospital because you got a problem. Um, it's kind of, some of the stuff these people are hoarding is ridiculous. And there's some of these people that are actually bathing in their sanitizer. They got to be, the amount of it they're buying. I managed to get a bottle, which was interesting. I actually, it was like hitting the lottery. I got up 5 o'clock in the morning and went up to the store. And somebody else has joined us. Reptile Shark, 645. Well, hello there. Glad you could join us. This is my first live, so as I've said, everybody just kind of bear with me. Not really sure what I'm doing, see. Anyway, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, headed on up to the store, and lo and behold, I hit the lottery. That's what I consider it. I got a package of toilet paper, a package of paper towel, and a bottle of hand sanitizer. I thought that was pretty good, considering we haven't been able to get any. Um, I thought I was going to be reduced to the using newspaper there for a while. At least that's what I told my landlord. I says, we're going to be using toilet paper newspaper before we're done. But anyway, I lucked out, got a package. So that's good. We're in great shape. And I got a paper towel, make the wife happy. And I got a big bottle of hand sanitizer, so not that high. So that was cool. And Reptile Shark 645. You joined us after, I think, I don't know, maybe the other fellow joined me too afterwards. My microphone died this morning right off the bat. Luckily, the my little 920 camera here's got a mic built into it, so I guess we're getting by with that. I hope everybody can hear me. I don't know. Epic gamer moment. Oh, here's another one. Banknote collector and coin collector's guy, 789. Hi. Well, welcome. As I was telling the others, this is my first live. I'm totally lost and had all kinds of problems. My mic died, so now, luckily, the GoPro camera's got it's 920. I call it a GoPro camera, but it's not. But anyway, that's got a mic in it, so we're getting by. What do we got here? Yes, they are. They're using it as an excuse to load up on everything. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not. This is cool. Down in North Carolina, somebody hijacked a truckload of toilet paper. That's, I don't know. I don't know if it was at gunpoint or what. Anyway, that's what happened. We haven't got a whole lot of details on it, so we know that happened. But it has been quite an interesting thing, and so far I'm doing pretty good. I ain't caught nothing. I am scared to death of it. I'm 77. I have no immune system. I've got bad lungs and a bad heart. So I mean, I figure if I get it, I'm gone. But just let the good Lord watch over me, and He's took care of me all these years. Took me through the war and all that, and I made it. So it kind of worries you a little bit, though. I do know that way too many people that are not doing this distancing stuff at all. I redid my cat post the other day. My cat's got a 4-foot post. Let's see who's that. Welcome. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know what your name is. I'm looking at it, but it's in another language. I'm sorry, I can't. But welcome anyway. And I wished I could speak some of these other languages. When I was younger, my grandmother was an old French lady, and when I was younger, I could speak French halfway decent. But it's been too many years, and it takes me forever to put a sentence together now. So I'm not going to say I speak that either. Do know a few different words, but of stuff. Oh, from Thailand. Well, that's very good. Thank you for coming and for watching. You're watching an old man who has no idea what he's doing on this first live bet, but we'll get there together. I'm going to keep it short today. I mean, I'm not ending it yet, so don't nobody leave. But I figured about a half hour or so, and then it'd be more prepared. But this virus thing is as he said there, it's a big excuse for people to hoard stuff and stuff like that. But the biggest problem is we're having here is now that all these kids went on spring break and different stuff like that, and they're coming back up home, a lot of them are dragging this stuff back up with them. In fact, we've had a few in our state here that we've actually lost a few 20-year-olds this thing will actually kill young people as well as it will kill old people. And we've actually lost a few people in their 20s, and one was 20. And we lost a 5-year-old kid, which was very, that makes you feel real bad, deal like that. And just checking here to see if anybody else is saying anything I should that I should answer. Hey, there's Kamala. How are you today? A lot more people than I thought I'd have, I'll tell you. I thought I'd be here by myself talking to the camera, but anyway, thank you. Let's see what else we got. Oh, nice wardrobe. Well, it's just something I threw on this morning. But thank you. Okay, Kamala, we've been discussing a little bit on the virus thing there about the hoarding and what have you. And I also told everybody about my mic dying. My stand mic died, so I'm using the mic through the 920 Logitech camera. Thank heavens it's got a mic in it. And as I was telling everybody else, this is my first live, and I hope I'm doing all right. I don't know. I'm glad to see us all here. I know that. And we were discussing this virus thing. One of the things we're having here in New York State is, especially New York City down there. Thank heavens it's a long ways from me. It's kind of one of the big hubs, where everybody flies in and out of. So they had tons of people coming back from a lot of the from China and different places where the virus had really got going. So that kind of built it up down there. That's where all the concentration is in New York State. Basically, is New York City down there is really loaded. It's working its way up through here. In our county, we've only had, I think, 5 or 6 cases, so we're doing pretty good. Well, thank you, Carmela. I'm glad I'm getting by anyway. And I'm glad to see so many people this morning. I didn't know if I'd have anybody or not. I'm sitting there going, oh boy, I don't know if but this is cool. My next live will be better prepared, I'll tell you that. This was a thing I've been going to do for about 2-3 weeks. I started talking about it, and I was going to do it when I got time, but we haven't had the time, because when you get my age and my wife's age, she's 4 years younger than me, but that puts her at a young 73, see? So at our age, you spend a lot of time with doctors. It's, it's part of getting old. And so between the two of us, I'm running her back and forth. And then her sister had 4th-stage cancer. And that worked out really well. We got our church to pray for her. And lo and behold, the 4th-stage cancer gone. But she has to go down for this special treatment every 3 weeks. And they feed it to her I have speech impediment too. I have problems talking sometimes. Anyway, intravenously, they give her this stuff, and she has to be on that for 2 years. But she's doing pretty good. Oh, you're down in Australia. Everybody's stealing toilet tissue. Oh my God. It, I don't think it's that bad here yet. I don't think anybody's stealing it. You just can't hardly buy it. And for everybody that came in after I told it, I was telling earlier that I kind of hit the lottery there on this toilet paper thing. I got up 5 o'clock one morning and I went to the store and I actually got a package of toilet paper, a package of paper towels, and a bottle of hand sanitizer. I felt like I hit the lottery. That's how rough it is. If you watch that video of mine about the bare shelves, you get the idea. That's the way they are. Every day if I go in the store for something, I look at the shelves and yep, them areas are all bare. Canned goods is something else that they've really scoffed up on. Now we normally have stuff ahead of time anyway. Here the stores already have it, and people stop panic buying. Oh, that's good. At least you've got the stuff now anyway. I think we're going to start to, because I was in the store. The pharmacy's in the front of our Price Chopper store. And at this pharmacy I have to go to, I can see right down the aisle, the paper section. And we actually had paper towel in yesterday. And this was at, when did I go up there? This was about 11:30 in the morning. So, I mean, 11:30, to still have something on the shelf, that was pretty good. So I thought that was all right. Just making sure it wasn't missing anybody's conversations or anything. But we're doing pretty good. It's not too bad. Well, that's good anyway. That's what should have been happening to start with. I don't know if you are familiar with the United States back. And no, I don't remember this. I was alive at that time, but I was born in 1943. So during World War II, in this country, they had these little ration books that they handed out, and you had to use a stamp out of these books to get whatever you wanted. Even a bag of sugar, you had to give them a stamp for. I was kind of hoping that they would have set something up like that to start with, because it would have been a lot nicer than everybody just stripping shelves. But and maybe that would have been a big pain too. I don't know. But I do know that my buddy is still working. He's the same age I am. He's 77, and and he's working for Walmart yet, part-time. And he said they got in, I forgot, I think he said 6 cases of sanitizer, and it was gone in like 10 minutes. They just scoffed it up. And some people have got enough sanitizer. When this is all over, this is going to be, I don't know how many of you. Hello, Missy. Yes, we got more people joining us. I don't know how many of us remember Y2K or not. That was when all the computers were supposed to blow up the world or some silly thing. Well, I don't know about in some of your other countries and stuff, but in this country here, they were selling some awful ridiculous stuff. And of course, people were hoarding up groceries and this and that. And I remember my neighbor came over to me, and that was before we downsized. I still had a house. Anyway, neighbor come over to me and he said to me, he says, well, what's going to happen? He says, when this computer, I says, let's go over to your computer. I went over, I turned it ahead, this computer, I set it up ahead. I said, see that? Nothing happened, did it? He said, no. I said, that's just what's going to happen at midnight when at my 2K. And that's what happened. That's the right idea, Messy. Messy said that she hoped everyone is okay and stays safe and stay at home, she said. Camilla said, I remember Y2K. I was working for the Marriott at the time, and we had to keep our hard copies as backup, and nothing happened. Oh, my. The There wasn't anything to happen. But as I was going to tell you, these big things, oh, they looked almost like miniature submarines. They were made out of plastic. And these guys were building these things and selling them to people to put in their backyard. And you were supposed to crawl in that thing and survive Y2K. It was just a big gimmick and a big, but they sold tons of them. Now, rich people buy anything, I guess. But I thought it was ridiculous myself. Everybody said to me, are you all prepared? I says, yeah. What'd you buy extra? I says, nothing. I knew what was going to happen. I mean, I've played with computers for years. I know what the heck they're going to do. And if somebody, somebody has seen my videos I did on the computer build there, which was, I made in my mind, I think that's my last build. Took me forever, but in fact, I shot that film there when I was putting one board together. I was trying to mount the processor in there, well, the air cooler actually. I was trying to mount that, and man, I had an awful time. The arthritis in my fingers is getting kind of bad, and different stuff like that. I just couldn't get stuff hooked up as fast as I'd like to have. And so I did that first film when I was rebuilding the computer there, and it was long. So the second one, I put out a second part to it, and I shortened it up to beat the band, cut a lot of stuff out. First one, I wanted people to see how long it would take you to actually fight some of this stuff together. And so I got I got the Ryzen 5 in here now, and that's good. It's I had the AMD 8350. Was what I used on this build originally, and that was about 5 years ago or something. And it come to find out now, the old 8350, which was supposed to be an 8-core processor, it turns out it wasn't. It turns out basically it was a 4-core with a little extra, it wasn't a true 8-core processor. Well, anyway, I used the Ryzen 5, and my buddy says, why didn't you use the 7? Well, the only difference in the 7 was this a 6-core, and the 7 was an 8-core. But this is a 6-core, but it's got 2 channels basically per, so you got 12. So it's the same thing as, as an 8-core. 12-core. Anyhow, got back on the 8350 I was thinking about for a minute. Anyway, the 8350, they had a big lawsuit, AMD did, and they're supposed to be settling that. And everybody that bought one of these processors is supposed to get a little something back. Well, the last I read up on it, they figured everybody was going to get maybe $25 if we get anything at all. But anyway, not worrying about it myself. But at least they got caught up with on that part of it. And they might have actually thought that it was 8-core. I don't know. Way some of these engineers think. But anyway, this Ryzen 5, it works very nice. And I upgraded it. I got 32 gigs of memory in the computer now. And in fact, I did a little film there. I plugged Corsair for making it right. I mean, I bought the memory, but I didn't get around to put it in because after a certain amount of time, you can't return stuff to Amazon. So anyway, it ran out of time. So when we went to put the sticks in, one of them was bad. So sent it back, and they made it right without a horrible lot of problems. I don't know if any of you. I did a video a long time ago about car warranties when I first started out, and I always said, you know how they tell you got 5 years, 60,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. Okay, so this was on my other car I had. I had a Kia Forte I drove for 10 years, and it was a good little car. It got so on the end I was putting more money in it than I could afford. So, but to make a long story short, I had a little tiny hole started in the seat cover where the stitching was bad on it. So anyway, I took it back to the dealership. I figured, what the heck, a 5 year, 60,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. They had to take care of this. No, they said that's not covered. I said, what do you mean that's not covered? I said, it's 5 years, 60,000, bumper to bumper. I said, the seats are in between the bumpers. They ought to be covered. Well, evidently the seats aren't in between there. I couldn't understand their logic on that. But anyway, I even called the main company and everything else. And oh my God, nobody wanted to make anything right. So warranties over the years I've had different stuff, but usually you just throw it in the garbage and say the heck with it if it's something small, because warranties sometimes are not what they seem to be. Like if you buy an inexpensive watch, and if you buy an inexpensive watch and you read the fine print with a warranty, it's you got to pay not only the shipping to get it back, but you've got to pay an extra $5 or $10 for a watch. Well, some of these cheap watches that I see that the women are more to buy them than anybody, but little fashion watches and stuff, something that might sell for $19.95 or something. By the time you pay the shipping and the extra that they want to replace it, you got the price of the watch in it. Might better just toss it, That's the way I look at it anyway. Anybody's talking to me here? Kamala, we'll catch you next time. Thank you for stopping by. And being unprepared, I know this is boring as heck for everybody. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I probably won't keep this on too much longer, but I'm so glad that you've all come and stopped in. You take care too, Carmela. You stay safe. The scary times we live in. But to put this thing into perspective, we lose, they were telling, 30,000 people to flu every year here in the United States. So when you put that into perspective with this other, it may, casualty-wise, it may not be much worse than the flu, but of course, 30,000 people is a lot of people to lose. And this particular virus here, this is bad. You all want to take it. Don't try not to touch things if you're out around, because it'll stay on stuff 48 hours. Up to 48 hours. I was reading this article, and like if you somebody comes along with that, and they touch the counter, and you come along and put your hand on it where it was, you can get this. That's how potent this stuff is. Now we're having, we don't really know what's happening yet here, so I can't give you, a positive, but we have a lot of postal workers. Now this is all positive, this part, that are coming down with this virus. In fact, I think they said 51 so far in our state. And now they're trying to figure out if this is from handling the packages and stuff. And if it is, that means that it's staying on the packages, and which they claim that on cardboard it'll stay for 24 hours. Which makes you wonder, now, is it on the letters too? And how long will it stay there? So be real careful with everything. They're recommending if you order anything and you get the package, leave it on your porch for 24 hours. That's what one guy was recommended on the radio, which is kind of hard to do. If you leave a package out too long, it'll probably disappear. But what I would do is I would get the package open as fast as possible, get your stuff out, get the package out of your house, or if it's something small, you can open it outside and bring it in. And make sure you sanitize your hands after you wash them, and you should be fine. But it looks like that it can stay on the mail too. We got a mess with the in Louisiana with the Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras was down there, and they didn't shut that down. They kept it going, and now they're loaded right up with this virus down there. Anywhere where you have a crowd, somebody in that crowd's going to have it. He's going to give it to somebody, and usually it's 2 or 3 people, from the way they describe it, and then them people are giving it to somebody, and it just keeps going. And you want to avoid crowds. And I got a friend right now that's isolated himself. Excuse me just a second. My sinuses run. Anyway, he's self-quarantined himself. No, he hasn't been diagnosed with anything. And so far, it seems to be he's just got a heck of a cold. He hasn't run any kind of a fever. So hopefully, we're hoping that he's not. He immediately quarantined himself. And we usually go to coffee every Saturday morning, which we haven't been able to do because there's no coffee shops open. There's nothing open. You can get takeout. That's about it. And but it kind of interrupts the life pretty good, as you'll notice. You can't go anyplace, and if you want anything, you're kind of half the time you're half afraid to even go and get it. I had this, as I was going to tell about, I redid my cat post, and the cat appreciates it, I guess. But I had bought 50 feet of rope to do it with, 1/2-inch rope, thistle rope. Well, I got it wound tight all the way to the top, and lo and behold, I'm 4 foot short. So I had to go up and get four more feet of rope, and I was in Lowell's getting this, and you should have seen the people conjugating all over the place. And, that's the way they spread this stuff. Because you haven't seen these people in a long time. I know it's great. You'd like to, ran into a woman the other day. She's working in a store up here that I've known for years, and she just started working in the store over here, and she spotted me, and she started to rush towards me to give me a hug, and I'm going, no, whoa, and she stopped. She said, oh yeah, she says, we can't be. This is how something gets spread, though. You don't want to be touching anybody that you haven't been around. The we got to be real careful with this stuff. It's pretty bad. I hope none of you get it. They claim it's awful stuff. From what I understand, there's not enough ventilators to go around if if your area is really hard hit. Here we haven't hit the peak yet. We probably won't hit the peak for another 3 weeks, and so it's kind of early yet to know how we're going to make out up here. We do know that New York City is a mess. I mean, that's and the worst thing is they keep flying them in and out of there. I mean, it's like I would. It's awful. People wouldn't want me as president because I'd probably shut all the planes down. They wouldn't be going anywhere because they're hauling these people out of New York and stuff. And we've got, okay, a couple of the cases that we've got here in Madison County are from people from New York City came up to visit. They went back to New York City and they left these people with the virus. So New York City's a hot spot. Lots of it down there. And the worst thing is, this testing, it has its pros and cons. Okay, if I test you right now, and it says, "Oh, you're negative. Great, you haven't got it." Well, that don't mean you can't get it in 2 weeks. So all it really, the testing to me, all that's really proven is who's actually got it right now, and it doesn't eliminate who's going to get it, and it doesn't tell you really how many thousands of people out there have actually got this thing. If you've got 3,000 people, say, in an area that's got it, that might actually be 6,000 or 9,000, really. I mean, that are coming down with it. And of course, then there are some people that have it and they didn't even know they had it. It was like the sniffle stool. And so it didn't hit them very hard. Other people, it hits hard. So it's a real strange virus. And I was just checking the list over here to make sure somebody wasn't talking to me and giving me a message. Don't see anything. Yeah, I really do appreciate you all being here today. That's very, very nice. I wish I was more well prepared for you. I expected to be on here about 5 minutes, and nobody would show up. And I go, "Oh, well, so it was a test. But I really do appreciate you all being here. I really do. And if there's anything any of us want to discuss or talk about, don't be afraid to jump in there and say something about it so we can talk about it. Okay. So now the ones from Thailand, that's beautiful over there. 1,000 years ago, I was over that part of the world. Seems like 1,000 years anyway, but it was back in the 60s. And it was watching the YouTube videos. It amazes me how built up and the roads and everything they got over there now that they didn't have back in those days. The Philippines was everything was one little lane with everything trying to motivate on it. Took you forever to go anywhere. Of course, I guess that really hasn't changed. They got the roads wider and stuff. They got the traffic is humongous from the videos I've watched anyway over there. That's pretty wild. I I've got 7 people. 3, 7 likes. There we go. I'm so new to this that I didn't even know it told me what was going on up here on the screen. That was pretty good. Okay. Let's see what do we got here. Adam Smith from China. Yes, Adam, you're very lucky because I guess it was pretty bad over there. Um, it could get that bad here. I don't know. It's I'm very glad that nobody in your city got the. I guess it was basically concentrated in that one area. I guess over there, according to the news. Awful stuff. I know that. Well, let's see. According to this thing up here, I still got 2 people with me. That's good. Adam is probably one of them. I don't know who the other one is right now. Well, I think I've kind of run out of things to say. As I say, I planned on getting on this thing probably today, just testing this out, and I'd find out that nobody was there. But I'm glad. I'm so thankful you all came and hung out with me for a little while. I appreciate that. And I'm from China. Okay. Yeah. That's. I think. I think actually the Chinese government. I think they got it more under control because I think they were enforcing the quarantines more. Over here, it's just you quarantine yourself and that's it. And which the stay-at-home stuff isn't working as well as I'd like to see it. I mean, it's working quite a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you're still seeing a lot of young people congregating and stuff like that, and at least they were a couple of days ago. They're still, getting together in bunches, and I know that young people think that they're invincible. I know, but and I was young once, and I remember those days. And unfortunately, it's not true because boy, we've lost some young people around here. Oh, Adam's saying something. 1 month. See, that's what I think we're going to have to do here. Uh, they closed the schools down for 2 weeks, and I don't think it's going to be long enough. because we haven't hit the peak. And Adam, do you know how long the virus actually, when it started? I mean, I imagine it started out slow over time or something, but I just wondering how long roughly you guys really knew about it. We I think it's amazing that they actually opened your country back up over there, and the parks and stuff are open and different stuff, you know. December. Okay, so December, January, February. So it was around, it had a good 4 months of it. Yeah. That's quite a long time. That's staying in your house for a month there. I'm sure you were ready to climb walls then. End of December. Okay, end of December. So that's more closer to January, February, March. Yeah, 3 months. Yeah, I think your government controlled that pretty well, pretty nicely. They had it. They had everything pretty much under control. Ours, we're getting there. I don't think they've woke up to how a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff we should have been more prepared for, and we weren't. Just like this ventilator thing that they're having problems with. Somebody did a study. That's according to one of the newsmen on the radio. He said they'd done a study back in 2015 and recommended to the governor that we should have 30,000 ventilators on as a backup. And I think the newsman said that we added 2,000. So we would have, if we added the 30,000, we wouldn't be looking at a problem. And right now we've got all kinds of little private companies making face masks and different stuff because there just isn't any. Our hospitals are going through them like crazy, and we're not even into the height of the epidemic yet. Like New York City, they've gone through a lot of stuff. Now they've come up with a deal like they were telling about that they can run 2 people on 1 ventilator. So we'll see how that works out. Well, guys, if I think I got one left. Is that you, Adam, that's left? I don't know who's left here. Who's the one I got left? I think it's probably Adam because he came in last. But listen, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut this down. And oh yes, oh yeah, there's Adam. Okay, Adam. I hope I see you next time. I'll be doing another live. Only I'll be more prepared for it. As I say, I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't expect anybody to even jump in on this. It's my first one. I never did a live. Okay. Well, thank you, Adam, for joining me. And you take care. Stay well. And I'll catch you next time. I'm going to end the stream. And God bless everybody.